Hello everybody, welcome back to the vlog. Today we're gonna do a little bit differently. I'm gonna do everything as a voiceover because we went through the day and we just didn't know. Hi, I love you. We didn't really know what was going on, and I didn't want to interrupt the flow of like birthday stuff with me talking to a camera. So I'm gonna talk to the camera later. It's been much later in the day. It's about almost 4:30 maybe. We are back at the hotel after the day's events. We're getting packed up because we leave tomorrow, which is very sad. We leave at 3:30 in the morning. Bright and early. We wish we had one more day here to just be in this room because we've been kind of all over Portland, but we haven't really been in our room, which we really loved and would have really enjoyed a whole day in, honestly. But also, you know, it's always good to go home. So let's get into the day's events. We're going to show you what we've done up to this point. I'll talk you through it, and then we'll check back in at the end. We're going for a scoot. So we tried riding scooters all the way to Hart for coffee. We made it about halfway there and we ended up just walking because we were scared. But we got a couple of pastries to start the day and a couple of cappuccinos. Hart didn't have indoor seating right now because of the pandemic, so we went over to Never Coffee, which was right around the corner, and took our time to write and really just enjoy our coffee there. Again, we are upping our coffee intake right now, trying to just taste as much coffee as we can. We've been looking for the perfect cappuccino and we didn't find it, y'all. I spoiler alert, we did not find the perfect cappuccino. We thought we would and we did not. But we enjoyed our time sitting in the coffee shop. We had great cappuccinos and just wrote for a long time. And the aesthetics in this place were immaculate and we had a really good bit of time to reflect on Obi's birthday, reflect on our trip so far, and I love being married to a writer, y'all. I love it. After that, we went over to Screen Door for a massive brunch. We got Irish coffees. We did not drink very much of them because we were already coffeeed out by this time, but we wanted to try them and we didn't regret it, honestly. No regrets. We shared these two. We got the chicken and gravy and biscuits, impeccable, and then we got bananas Foster, one of the best things I've ever put in my mouth. And then, of course, we went back to Powell's for a bit to explore. Today, we have been celebrating Obi's birthday. We've been spending just a lot of time together. All of the plans that we made for today have been canceled because a lot of things are closed. We were going to go to Blue Star Donuts. They're closed. We were going to go to the aerial tram. It's closed. And so I'm having to come up with an alternate plan while Obi's in the bathroom. We'll see if it works. I'm thinking we can go to this really cool Japanese restaurant for lunch. There's also a really good coffee shop next to that, and then we could go to the Japanese gardens. So hopefully he thinks that sounds fun and we'll find out together. But sorry, I'm not talking to the camera a lot. That's all. And this is what we ended up getting. We got these packs of incense. Obi got this guy. He also picked up this book. And I've been really wanting to try reading A Court of Thorn and Roses. I've been craving a book that was just easy to read. Just something fun and light and easy. Because I did that thing where I read through our whole bookshelf, I've been really forcing myself. Also, is that snow or rain? You guys tell me. I thought it was snow, but it also kind of looked like rain. I don't know. But since I did that thing where I read through my bookshelf, I've been really forcing myself to read a lot of books that sometimes were deeply enjoyable and easy to read, but sometimes were harder to get through, and I was really pushing myself. So I knew the first book I wanted to read that was new, I wanted to be easy and fun and light, and I wanted to get swept up. And so I heard I could find that in A Court of Thorn and Roses. We'll find out if that's the case. I'm really rooting for it, though. Are you ready for me?
Yes, I am.
Can we do a slice of the 21st century? And then a slice of ham and pineapple? That's it.
2 slices for you.
Okay.
It's ham pineapple and it's a naan. Any parmesan or peppers?
No.
Gotcha. Any napkins?
Probably, yeah.
Better to have
Yeah, camera.
everything for you.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Yeah, you too.
Our quest for the perfect cappuccino continued at Kawava Coffee, and we have fine cappuccinos. We did not find perfect ones, but we did enjoy reading our books that we picked up at Powell's, and that was well worth it. We continued on. Look at this beautiful space, though. Insane. 2 angles coming for you. So then we moved on to NJ Coffee, which had the best pictures online, but this were the worst cappuccinos we had our whole trip. So don't worry about that. And now we are driving up to the Japanese gardens. And this was a really fun drive because we got to go up in the hills and all around in these different neighborhoods. So pretty. And we got to see a part of Portland that I don't know we would have seen otherwise, which was pretty cool.
I'm so glad, but it looked like a little wisp of smoke.
The first thing we did when we got to the Japanese gardens was go to the tea room, which was incredible. Just like full glass windows. They had these awesome tea pairings with little dessert treats. And then they gave you these little hand towel like pill things. You put them in the water, the sanitizer, and they turn into hand towels. And then you wipe your hands with them. It was so fun. And I'm easily amused. And I was very entertained by this. Our tea was incredible. I got matcha with a little chocolate mochi, and then they give you these like palate cleanser candies that you could take before you sip your matcha, and it was so good. And then we went and walked around the gardens, which were just beyond. Like we almost didn't go, and I'm so glad that we did. It was well worth the little drive over there. And just the views of the city were incredible. All of the like flora and the fauna and the different kinds of trees and all the moss, and the air felt really crisp and clean. It was amazing. If you're ever in town, like it's not really on the transit line, so that's why we considered not going, but it was well worth getting an Uber and making the trip. So that's been our day. As up to now, the Japanese gardens were incredible. Let's pull a card and open our advent calendar, final advent calendar before we get back home. Let's see. I just like to shake it. I know what this is. This is the Mario Badescu Super Collagen Mask, which isn't what I thought it was gonna be. I thought this was going to be the seaweed mask, which I have, and I thoroughly enjoy. But let's see what it looks like. It smells good. Yeah, it's got that kind of vibe. We'll do that tonight before bed. I love the name collagen mask. Sounds promising for hydration. It's also a clay mask. It says it works to reduce the appearance of dry, fine lines. Got those. And gently lift impurities from pores. How can you do both? Like, I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical, but you know, we're gonna do it tonight. Then we have the affirmation card, affirmators cards for the day. Let's shuffle. Joyful space. Uh-oh. Has your workspace slid from model of cleanliness to graveyard of mugs? From Pinterest pic to Kathy cartoon, time to get a second job, the job of giving your surroundings a makeover. You may be chained to a desk, but it's not a prison. Use your freedom of expression to make your space as joyful as you can. Ditch the clutter, hang some pics, sage that cubicle, spruce up your space, and you'll earn the excuse to be lazy and messy all over again. Unless you work in a prison. Okay, so this is our card, Joyful Space. This is pretty appropriate for me right now because that is exactly what I have to do in this space, is pack to go home, which is gonna clean the space up. So I think that's kind of where I'm getting mine from. So I'm going to, I'm a little sad about it. I'm not ready to go, quite frankly, not in the least. But we're gonna pack up, and then we're gonna go to a birthday dinner tonight. And then I think we're gonna come home and like take a bath in the big bathtub together. We're gonna come back and take a bath and just kind of watch some Star Trek probably and have like a nice little evening in. I think that's the plan before we head home tomorrow morning. Okay, let's go